Hello, welcome to Steven Speak, Extra Speak. Today's episode is going to be talking about the Super Bowl halftime show. I'll not mention too much the score from Sunday. Apart from that, let's talk about the Super Bowl halftime show. Welcome to Steven Speak, Extra Speak. A little more prattle on everything and nothing. Yes, the Super Bowl. It's one of these things that is an elusive thing to a lot of people. I don't think there's not many people that probably haven't heard of it, but it's whether they've actually watched the Super Bowl and actually taken in the halftime show. Being a football fan, the halftime show is just part of the game. Sunday just gone was the Super Bowl, and my team that I support, the Eagles, were playing in it versus the Kansas City Chiefs, and unfortunately they lost. The score ended up being a 3-point deficit to the Chiefs, 38-35. Not going to go into too much about that, but I think we were robbed a little bit. We made a few mistakes, don't get me wrong, but I think the pitch was terrible. Everyone kept sliding everywhere. They'd used some sort of new grass or something. And they painted a lot of the pitch as well, which I don't think was helping either team. But yeah, we made a couple of mistakes, but I think there was a slight misjudgment of the referees towards the end. And there was a couple of, I think, dodgy decisions during the game, which you always get. But, we did well. We could have... It could have been worse. It could have been 38-0. So, as always next year. I mean, that's not what I want to get into today. It's mainly to do with the actual Super Bowl halftime show, which is become a major tradition now, and it's always speculated and kind of hyped up. Who's going to be the artist doing it this year? And the one just gone, the 2023 halftime show was Rihanna. I don't mind Rihanna. She was all right. I kind of like to see more about how they're going to plan it, how it's going to be, what style they're going to go for, what gimmicks they're going to have, because they normally have a little bit of crowd participation, be it like searchlights, like spotlights, or like, what am I saying? Like handheld lights or some sort of sign to hold up, where at the end of the show, like everyone holds the sign up and it creates like a word or a picture or anything like that. And like how the artist is going to enter or exit the show. I'm kind of more interested in stuff like that, to be honest. And obviously, if the artists are good, then fantastic. You know what I mean? But generally, I think it can be a bit of a letdown. I mean, last year it was. I thought it was going to be. I thought it could be super super good. It was Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige. And I feel like they wasted it a little bit. Like, it was good, but I feel like it was wasted somewhat. And I think sometimes the actual... this is one of the main points for today is, if you, like, Google Super Bowl, all you'll see at the moment is Rihanna, because she was pregnant, and her performance, because she's not performed for a while. No mention of the score. No mention of the actual game that took place. The two teams that fought out for, like, 4 hours on the pitch. Just the fact that Rihanna was the halftime show, and... she's apparently 3 or 4 months pregnant. Good for her. But yeah, I think that's how big the halftime thing's been. It's just grown and grown and grown. So it kind of semi overshadows the game. And for anyone that doesn't really like football, there's a lot of people just tune in for that. And also the adverts. Like, there's a lot of adverts during halftime. Like film producers, advertisers. Really go to town on the advertisements. I mean, you watch the Super Bowl game, there's celebrities in pretty much every single advert. They really go to town. The production of the adverts are mental. And you also get big, massive film trailers as well, like exclusive ones. Like, it used to be a thing years ago where if you went on a website for a film, they would say, like, no, this is the teaser 1, teaser 2, trailer 1, trailer 2, and then you'd get a Super Bowl trailer, which was like an exclusive, extended cut of the trailer, which was exclusively released on Super Bowl day. So there's more to the halftime than just the music. But over the last years, like I don't think there's been many that really stand out. And I think that the ones that I remember, obviously, I've not been like in NFL for a long time. I got into NFL probably 2009, 2010, and the first Super Bowl I saw was the 2010 The Who, which was great. I've missed out on the 2009 was Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, and I missed out on that because it's just when I was starting getting involved, but I had no way. I didn't even know like the Super Bowl was even on TV or replayed, or even like how to view the halftime show or anything like that. And I knew about American football. And I knew about the halftime show really before I knew anything about football, to be honest. Yeah, so 2009 was Bruce Springsteen. I missed that. The first one I properly remember was the Black Eyed Peas, Usher and Slash, and I remember that being really good. That was 2011. I remember my mum was visiting actually, and I think that's the first year, or the second year it might have been the first year that I had Game Pass, which is the NFL Access All Area thing, because I think it was when I got rid of my Sky Sports and moved over to that, because Sky Sports had some NFL games on, but not them all, and Channel 4 used to show some, so all my viewing was literally done after the fact on highlights or anything like that. And then I think that was the first year that I actually got Game Pass, the end of 2010, signed up for it, and yeah, really got into football from that point onwards. So again, not been into football a long time, 13 years 14 years. But you know, it's I know of previous Super Bowl people because it's just such a thing. But yeah, the Black Eyed Peas was great. I remember my mum was visiting and she stayed up to watch it, and she really enjoyed the halftime show. Had not a friggin' Scooby-Doo was going on in the actual game, but she loved the halftime show. And that for me was one of the most memorable, probably because it was probably the one of the first where I watched the whole thing from start to finish. Really, it was like an event for me. That was probably the first time where the Super Bowl became an event. And then Madonna, I don't really remember the Madonna performance at all. Beyonce was good in 2013. Bruno Mars and Red Hot Chili Peppers were good in 2014. I must say, vaguely remember the Katy Perry and Coldplay 2015, and 2016 with Coldplay. Lady Gaga in 2017. I must admit, the Lady Gaga one, she sang, was it the national anthem? I remember she sang some sort of like American kind of anthem. I'm trying to find it now. Just bear with me, caller. Where is she? Lady Gaga. I've got it up on Wikipedia, and it actually says what she actually sang. God Bless America, this land is your land. And that God Bless America, it was friggin' insane. Like, she has a set of lungs on that woman. Like, you know what I mean? Like, incredible. But that stands out. And then the Justin Timberlake one, which is the year that my team won the Super Bowl, that was actually a really good one as well. And I think, for me, it was because it was in Minnesota, and, you know, we'd lost Prince. Had we lost Prince at that point? I think we had. And it was in Minnesota where Prince was from. And they did like an I Would Die. They did I Would Die For You, and I think it was like the music video, but like Justin Timberlake like sang over the top of it, I believe. I can't quite remember. But I'm pretty sure Prince had passed away like a year before or so. 2016 he passed away, so yeah, he was already not of this world at that time. And then from then on, like, I think The Weeknd in 2021, and Shakira in 2020, and Maroon 5 in 2019. I don't remember any of them really particularly. Couldn't tell you what they were like. I think this year was the first time Apple Music has sponsored it, though. It was like a big thing that Apple Music were taking over, and you could listen live on your Apple devices. Yeah, it was alright this year. I didn't, again, not overly bothered about Rihanna, to be honest. Coming back to Prince, I've watched a few. You can watch them on YouTube and stuff. You can watch quite a lot of the back catalogue of the Super Bowl performances, and I think a couple of the good ones is Paul McCartney's is really good. That's 2005, and also Prince. and that was at the Dolphin Stadium in 2007, Super Bowl 41, I think it was. Would that be Super Bowl 41? I don't know. I'm sure it is. And he sang some popular songs. We Will Rock You, he started with. Obviously not his song, but he sang Let's Go Crazy, Baby I'm a Star. He sang Proud Mary, 1999, All Along the Rock Watchtower, Best of You, Foo Fighters song, and Purple Rain. And it absolutely hammered down with rain when he was singing Purple Rain. The guy is he was an absolute genius, and sorry to bang on about Prince again. But yeah, it was an amazing performance. Go and Google it. Go and search for it on YouTube and watch that performance. It's brilliant. And another one that was brilliant for me, a huge star, and I think this is probably, I think, that what kind of changed, for me, what changed the scape of the Super Bowl halftime show was Michael Jackson did the halftime show, I think in 1993, I think it was. And he was at the Rose Bowl, Pasadena. Yeah, it was, 93. So that was Super Bowl 27. Yeah, and he sang Jam because his Dangerous album was out, Billie Jean, Black or White, and We Are the World and Heal the World. And I think they kind of presented it as like a Heal the World concert kind of thing at the Super Bowl. But it was just amazing. All these kids came on and were singing with him, all Heal the World, and then all the crowd, like, I think had signs to hold up. Yeah, pretty cool, pretty good stuff. But yeah, I feel a little bit cheated this year because I was hoping Rihanna would have some people with her, like maybe Jay-Z was at the Super Bowl, so I was hoping like he would maybe come on stage and rap during Umbrella, which would have made it brilliant. But I feel like it was all about Rihanna because she's not released an album in like 6 or 7 years apparently, and she's not toured in 5 years. So I think they made it all about her as like a comeback. But she's pregnant, so I don't see how she's going to come back while she's preggers. But she did quite a long set. They mixed quite a lot of songs, and how many here? Like what? What's My Name? Bitch Better Have My Money. Where Have You Been? Only Girl in the World. We Found Love. Rude Boy. Pour It Up. Pose, Work, Wild Thoughts, Birthday Cake, All the Lights, Run This Town, Umbrella, and Diamonds. I mean, that's a lot of songs to squeeze into like a 12-minute performance. So yeah, fair play to her, but it was okay for me. Sorry, Rihanna. Super Bowl halftime. Like, what do you think of it? Do you think it's too hyped? Do you ever watch it? Do you watch it and not watch the football? Do you watch the football and not asked about the halftime show? I watch the halftime show because I'm there. You know what I mean? I'm already watching the football, so it's a thing. I like to see what they're doing. What do you think? Let me know. Message me, social media. Just send me a message. What do you think about the Super Bowl halftime show? And until next time, look after yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon. You've been listening to Stephen Speak Extra Speak. Thanks for listening to my unscripted prattle on everything and nothing. Visit stephenspeak.com for updates, information, and my blog. You can follow more updates on social media at StephenSpeakPC. Thanks very much, and I'll speak to you soon.